out that both the team experience and gold for either side is the exact same, or close to. So really, this is a close game, no matter what you would say, as we actually see Fade take out Pyromancer in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, chip or fade, it's so brutal, and we do see a lot of times from these European teams that they like to run really heavy gank squads, a lot of roaming, a lot of movement, whereas Americans, you know, it's a little bit different. They kind of sit in their lanes more. They're mid, usually rune controls and ganks through that, and every now and then they'll port and grab some ganks. But these European, you know, it's really fun to watch, really fun to cast, because you see heroes like Chipper, heroes like Fade, although Fade was the most recent addition. And they're just all over the map. Their whole job is to just sit there and you know, make sure Zephyr never feels comfortable, make sure that they can never come out and really feel safe, because at any point in time you have 2 or 3 teleports into a tower, and now you have a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 situation with the huge amount of burst that Chipper and Fade can put out. You're just in trouble. And action on bottom, actually, Engineer and Ophelia coming in, picking up a kill on Blacksmith. So it looks as though KDE in just a really dominant form right now. They have to be so happy about how everything is kind of playing out. And let's go ahead, let's do another replay sync here. I am at 1720, 1721, 22, 23, 24. Zarek, you said you're on par with me? Action on top, actually, Fade going to be attacking in here, but she is going to be caught by the tower. The stun going off, though. Is she going to be able to take out Pyro before the stun, or before Pyro stuns? Pyro actually electing just to ult Fade. Fade with the regen bottle, though. And the Gust actually hitting Hag coming in here. She's blinking. She's going to blow the ult. Fade going down. So, picking, you know, your semi-carry slash huge ganker going down to pick off just a support hero, not necessarily something you want to see right here. And we do see, I believe, I want to say it's German, which is what KDE, I believe they are a German team. And actually Chipper coming in here, using his nukes, backing that Zephyr off. I mean, look at Zephyr. In one combo of Tar plus Rockets, Zephyr's at half. If Chipper has the CD, he'll be able to come back in and actually pick off the Zephyr, but it looks as though that's not going to happen. Chipper trying to use his ult to do some damage, but wasn't enough. Rockets were not off cooldown, so he could not burn through the Zephyr fast enough. And yeah, I mean, we do see Glacius in mid here trying to get some farm in. Glacius with armored boots already, the plated greaves, so his farm not too bad. And that's something I think the Europeans do a lot better than the Americans as well, is they really let their supports farm. They allow their supports to get some basic core items that they're going to need. But Eviscerus, you were mentioning that turret. Talk to me about what you think, you know, or how you think the quick turret has played on. Actually, before we do that, action over here, Zephyr trying to come in on this Glacius. Looks like he's just going to back up, though. But that turret, Max, how do you think that's affected this game?
Oh, it's been huge. If you guys were watching earlier, that turret almost soloed the Demented Shaman, which was just absolutely nuts. Oh, Fade going on Demented Shaman again, though. Just getting picked off by himself here. Definitely going to go down with Glacius' help.
There it is. We do have to see heroes like Fade in the pool, but let's talk briefly. I mean, do we feel that Fade is overpowered to an extent? Because I'm kind of feeling that she needs maybe a bit of a nerf stick, which I know S2 has said that they're going to rebalance her, but your overall opinion, your overall thought? Eviscerus?
I think she's pretty balanced as is. I think the main key here is that she's actually not so much of a straight ganker as almost a good counter jungler, counter ganker. And so when you have someone like Zephyr and you have a lot of roaming like Blacksmith, Hag, Pyro, she can see them coming while she's invisible and actually counter gank them before they can even get somewhere to actually gank somebody. Ooh, and we got a lot of action going down on bottom.
Yeah, we do see a huge ult coming out from Hag. Ophelia trying to come in. Zephyr ult's going off. We do have Ophelia ult as well, healing everybody. Hag coming in. Sonar screen, picking up the double kill. Looks as though Chipper's also going to go down, trying to rock it out, but it's not going to matter. Hat trick being picked up by Poker, and Ophelia with the creeps trying to do some work here, but I don't think it's going to do a whole lot. And yeah, you got to be really happy if you're ILX, because this KDE team really has been out ganking, and right there they tried to use three kind of pseudo roamers to come in and get a quick pick, and ILX said no, not going to happen. We 5 port to bottom tower, come in and just crush you. So KDE are, you know, they've been doing so well so long in this game, and to lose that kind of team fight, you almost have to say, with that Zephyr coming in as the carry that Impulse had mentioned, maybe this is going to tilt back in the favor of ILX.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think Impulse is right on with that. The mid game is where ILX is going to start coming back into this with the team fights.
Definitely. Impulse, go ahead and take control for me though. Let's hear a little bit from you.
I would bet we actually see a fade coming in on Pyromancer, and I think this is going to be yet another kill as Pyromancer is getting melted. His face is done for. So again, a great gank by Fade. I think this Fade is wasting too much time going for heroes like I guess you could say Pyromancer, D-Sham, you know, going after the easy kills, as opposed to, you know, harassing this Zephyr, making sure he's not able to farm, because if you actually have the stats board up, this Zephyr is sitting at 325 gold per minute, which is not bad by any means. I mean, this Zephyr, if he's allowed to farm like this anymore, he's just going to plain out carry and 1v5 this Legion side.
Yeah, you don't want to see gold per minute over, you know, 250 on the enemy carry if you have a huge ganking team like this. I mean, you could say you don't want to see it over 200, even 150. Obviously, that's asking a whole lot. But this Zephyr going a real tanky build here, and he's going to be able to survive these ganks. I think that, you know, obviously we would like to see Fade targeting the carry more, and obviously a gank team should be focused on downing those carries. I'm sorry? Ah, thank you. My cameraman does come in and notify me that we do see a Brutalizer on Fade. That's actually going to be huge. She has now a chance to actually stun on attack and do extra damage. So something else to just lock heroes down with while she's ganking. That's going to be pretty nuts for this Hellborn side to try and deal with. I have seen a couple different builds. This is the first time I've seen Brutalizer on her. And actually, we do see the stun going out, but it doesn't look like it's going to do a whole lot. They're trying to get a kill on this Zephyr, but there's just so much tanking going on by this Zephyr. We'll explain why afterwards. Engineer all going off, Haggle going off, Multicast going off. I believe it was an Enrage, though, and it does look as though Poker picking up the double kill on Hag. Fade needed to get out. KDE picking up a kill on Wolfo now. Hag needs to be very careful here. And it does look as though it was a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Legion side. And we do have Glacius coming in, trying to get some work done, but he's actually going to go down potentially. Hag coming back in, picking up the kill. Poker, you really got to be happy with his mobility here as Wretched Hag, doing you know, so much ganking and really being everywhere he needs to be. Obviously, you know, they've kind of been not ganking as well as they would have liked to this entire game, but Hag, definitely the mobility coming out from Hag, I think has almost made it so they don't go down, you know, too harshly in the early game. And Hag, you know, coming back in, picking up that kill, showing the man up skills, so to speak. You got to be happy with the way Hag is playing so far this game. And we do see Chipper coming in, though, with a Tar, trying to shoot some rockets on a Blacksmith. Blacksmith turning around, multicasting him in the face. Denied tower in mid. A lot less gold there for the Hellborn team. I know they really needed that tower gold. Due to the fact that they have less kills and have been killed more, their gold is a little hurting right now compared to the Legion team. But on second thought, I take a look at the overall gold. It looks as though the Legion team is farming a lot better due to their overall gold being higher than the Legion team. But I think most of that's just going to be in the form of the Zephyr carry. But Wretched Hag, 10-4, great mobility, doing a great job so far. Impulse, your thoughts on her?
If you want to look at the MVP for the Hellborn side, look no further than Wretched Hag. I mean, this Wretched Hag has been everywhere he needed to be, as he said. He has done everything he could. He has basically this Hellborn side through the early and mid games. I mean, expect more from him, obviously, but this Wretched Hag has definitely done so much that if he just disconnects right now, his job is done for the rest of the game, in my opinion. He's done a whole lot.
Absolutely. Now, Kazor, we have not heard a lot from you. Talk to me about this Zephyr build. I see Shaman's Headdress, Helm of the Black Legion, Iron Shield, Phase Boots. Tell me what that's going to do in team fights.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much absolutely huge, and especially against that Chipper Rockets. He picked up the Shaman's Headdress really early because Chipper were focusing him all the time. And I really think that both the Shaman Headdress that he picked up first, it was really huge against the Chipper, Glacius Nuke, and basically overall really huge item for him. And he also stacked up with Helm of the Black Legion just to get the regen and HP and to survive longer actually. So yeah, absolutely huge tank build.
And to discuss what tanking kind of means for a Zephyr, his tornadoes. Oh, actually, we do see a little action on mid here, or at the top rune. Fade doing a huge amount of damage. D-Sham almost going down, barely surviving though. And then the power supply, excuse me, mana battery on Fade, allowing her to get out with reasonable good mana and health. She's actually could be ready to go again here